I'd like to express my condolences to the victims of the Charlie Hebdo attack, their families and the people of France. We stand here today together with you, not only as earlier in silent mourning, but also in defiance, knowing that freedom of speech may yet again be under attack, but still convinced that it will prevail. We have been here before. This very place, Sergels torg in Stockholm, is the square where people gather to protest and manifest. This is where the oppressed minorities speak out freely about dictatorships in their native countries. This is where politicians address voters during election campaigns, and this is where desperate individuals go on hunger strike to express their views. We may like or dislike what is said, sung, written or drawn, but we must always defend each and anyone who wishes to register his or her opinion. This is also sometimes a place of celebrations. Right here, close to the Parliament of Sweden and the cabinet headquarters of Rosenbad, right next to the so-called culture house, where politics and journalists and art meets, people also meet to greet successful athletes. And today we are here to honor the staff of Charlie Hebdo and the police officers who defended them. We celebrate that we agree on the fact that liberty of speech must be a given in democracies, that we must recall that has not always been the case, and it is still not in many societies. Many of us were here at Sergels torg some time ago to honor freedom of speech, personified by the Swedish-Eritrean journalist David Isaac. He has been imprisoned without trial, I must add, by the junta in Asmara since 2001. When we say "Je suis Charlie," we also echo the words of Free David. Freedom of press is truly a must, and our colleagues at Charlie Hebdo paid the ultimate price to prove that. I talk to you as an editor of a newspaper which has two lost journalists in the past. One reporter, I can recall, was dispatched to a conflict in Africa, but was murdered in a small village in Uganda shortly after crossing the Victorian Lake from Tanzania. Together with another newspaperman, he was too shot by the militia. That violence is what Charlie Hebdo faced. This is what journalists around the world faces as we speak. 66 journalists were killed last year, according to the French organization Reporters Without Borders. The Paris-based Reporters Without Borders was founded in Montpellier in 1985 and is one important voice against oppression of free speech. Your voices are vital too, and your pencils may be as well. Philippe Honoré, one of the Charlie Hebdo cartoonists killed this week, did participate in Expressens with his drawings. One of them was published in Expressen the day after the funeral of Olof Palme, the Prime Minister of Sweden, who was shot not far from here back in 1986. Philippe Honoré's drawing that day was a rock next to a stormy sea, and maybe the waves on his drawings can today be seen as the terrorists, not knowing where their force will bring them. And maybe that cliff is us, firmly standing here today, stating that freedom of speech will prevail. Je suis Charlie.
Thomas